Every now and then, life likes to send a sucker punch our way. If we're lucky or unlucky enough, someone even catches it on film to be immortalized forever. After all, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and these suspenseful snapshots certainly have a lot to say. Here are 10 photos taken before reality hit. Hold that pose. Before you stumble into the reality checks in this video, be sure to click that red subscribe button for more perfectly timed fun from the richest. Woman overboard. Every summer, hundreds of poolside selfies begin to surface. Sunburnt and clad in their swimwear, teenagers, young adults, and those young at heart whip out their camera phones and snap away. For every perfectly angled and filtered photo, however, there's an unintentionally hilarious one thrown into the mix. While posing by the pool, one young man managed to catch a real-life cartoon moment in the background of his shot. A group of 3 women are seen standing by the edge of the pool, but something is not quite right. One of the women, dressed in white, doesn't seem to be standing straight. In fact, it looks like she's toppling backwards into the pool and hasn't realized it yet. However, there's absolutely no doubt about what happened next. Let's hope she didn't have her phone in her pocket. Science experiment. As young children, most of us try the odd experiment from time to time. The best experiments to perform also seem to be the ones involving food of some kind. Then came the baking soda and vinegar volcanoes. Great for the science fair, not so great for mom's dining room table. Time to take the experiments outside, as mom would say. That's exactly what this dad did. With his 2 young sons in tow, he prepared for the infamous soda geyser experiment. This one is definitely better suited for the backyard, and it only calls for 2 ingredients: a 2-liter bottle of carbonated Diet Coke and a few Mentos. Now, the majority of us know exactly what's going to happen when the mints hit the soda, but apparently this little guy hadn't been warned. Hose trouble. In the midst of the summer heat, most of us have taken a drink from the garden hose on at least one occasion. Mind you, the average 25-foot garden hose only delivers water at 40 pounds per square inch. Imagine this, a fire hose in place of that green rubber variety. These heavy-duty hoses can deliver water up to 290 pounds per square inch. One United States Coast Guard found that out the hard way when he and his colleagues gave a safety demonstration for a group of elementary school students. In the photo, it appears that the Coast Guards were demonstrating how to use a water pump when the unlucky man was struck in the face with a thick, steady stream of water. Good thing he had a life jacket on, because he's definitely headed for the water below. Whether it was staged or accidental, the kids standing on the dock certainly looked amused by the situation. Even the teacher and other Coast Guards seemed to be having a bit of a chuckle. Aquatic photobomb. Who doesn't love the beach? The sand, the sea, the surf, oh my! There are only a handful of experiences more relaxing than spending some time soaking up rays of vitamin D. Well, unless your water sports and sunbathing are rudely interrupted by an uninvited guest. That's exactly what happened to 2 10-year-old boys as they played in the waters of Manhattan Beach, California. They were just minding their own business, having a blast on their boogie boards, posing for the camera, when they were photobombed by a shark. As you can imagine, the boys and their parents were pretty freaked out when they looked at the photo afterwards. Thankfully, this dose of reality came after the fact and no one was hurt. But was it really a great white as the families assumed? Sharks possess a vertical tail and sport 2 dorsal fins. A closer look at the shadow behind the boys shows a horizontal tail and only 1 dorsal fin, like that of a bottlenose dolphin. It wouldn't be the first time a dolphin caused a panic by appearing in the waves. They just love to surf and have frequently been captured on film. Living on the edge. For many, standing near the edge of a 420-foot-high waterfall is just too much to even consider trying. For others, it's really no big deal, especially if they are standing in the Devil's Swimming Pool atop the Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, Africa. The naturally formed infinity pool has steadily increased in popularity and has become more well-known over the years, especially when pictures like this one have surfaced. Brave swimmers and tourists take their lives into their own hands for the chance to say, "Look what I did." However, this can only be done in a very specific location between the months of September and December, when the water levels have receded due to the dry season. If it were attempted during any other time of the year, visitors would be swept over the edge and plummet to their demise. Do you know which photo filter is used the most by Americans? We'll tell you in a few moments. Until then, here are a few more cringe-worthy moments. Surf's Up. Whale watching can be a very relaxing and magical experience, especially if you're lucky enough to actually see a whale up close. However, one South African couple got a little too close for comfort. Paloma Werner and Ralph Mothis were sailing near Robben Island off the coast of Cape Town in the summer of 2010 when they spotted a southern whale. It was roughly 300 feet away when they first saw it flapping its tail on the water, but it gradually moved closer. When it surfaced again, it was 70 feet from their yacht. They figured it would swim under their boat next, but that wasn't quite what happened. A nearby tourist boat was able to snap this photo as the 40-ton whale breached the water right beside the couple's yacht. They took cover behind the steering wheel and in the coach house as the whale crashed down. Thankfully, neither Mothis nor Werner were injured. Don't worry, the whale was all right. They saw it surface again not far away following the incident. Flame on! Every country, culture, religion, and creed has its own birthday celebration traditions. What do we do in America? We sing happy birthday way off key as the birthday boy or girl blows out their candles. However, things didn't quite go as planned for 50-year-old Shelley Meyer as she celebrated her milestone birthday in late 2014. The wife of Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer was out with her family when the evening took an unfortunate turn of events. When her birthday cake arrived, Shelley's face lit up with joy. A few moments later, it lit up with something else as she leaned forward and a tuft of her hair caught on fire. From the photo, it appears as if she didn't notice right away. Unless you're Johnny Storm, the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, this isn't an ideal situation. They were able to put it out quickly and even laughed about it later as no one was hurt. Quack. Selfies are a daily occurrence in today's world after all. For the most part, they are harmless, save for the odd bop on the head from a selfie stick-wielding tourist. As long as we're paying attention to our surroundings, it's all in good fun. We're always looking for new and exciting subjects to include in our marvelous self-portraits, but things don't necessarily go according to plan every time. While out exploring with friends, this girl came across a rather sociable mallard. It really brings a whole new meaning to duck-face selfies, doesn't it? She lined up her shot but doesn't seem to have realized the feisty green-headed drake wasn't quite ready for his close-up. In case you didn't know, ducks have teeth. Well, not really teeth, but rows of thin, sharp bristles that look and feel like teeth, especially when bitten. We can't say with 100% certainty, but we're pretty sure this girl may have just found that out the hard way. Making a splash. There's just something about the ocean that's both beautiful and terrifying. Plenty of people have tried to capture her at her finest, and many succeed. But surfer and photographer Clark Little takes his art a step further. He lives on the island of Oahu in Hawaii, where he spends his days surfing and snapping mind-boggling photographs. His artwork is so incredible that it has been featured in several museums and has even graced the pages of National Geographic. It's hard to believe that it all started back in 2007. As the story goes, his wife wanted a picture of the ocean to decorate their bedroom wall. Rather than simply going outside and snapping a quick photo, Little jumped headlong into the sea and captured the most amazing seascape instead. However, if you think about it for a second, you realize that Little is literally inside that wave, meaning reality struck hard a few moments later. Let's hope that camera was waterproof. Swing low. We all enjoy a good swing every now and then, no matter how old we are. At the same time, we sometimes have to come to terms with the fact that we may be too old to press our luck. Or you were one of those kids who was determined to swing high enough to go all the way over the top. Whichever of those kids you were, we're pretty sure this girl was in the latter group. We're not entirely sure what happened in the moments leading up to and following this photo, but it doesn't take a psychic to guess what happens next. Hopefully, reality doesn't leave leave too big a bruise or lead her to become distrustful of playground equipment in the future. Speaking of photos, did you figure out which is the most commonly used photo filter? It's Clarendon, the perfect all-purpose filter for highlights, brightness, and shadows. Looks like we've run out of film for this one, folks. Thanks for joining us on this cringe-worthy photo session. If you're still in the mood for more, why not check out some of our featured videos over at The Richest? And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button for more unbelievable content daily. Thanks for watching.